صلاة الله سلام الله على طه رسول الله صلاة الله سلام الله على ياسين حبيب الله على ياسين حبيب الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء وإمام المرسلين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. It is narrated عن عقبة ابن عامر رضي الله عنه قال خرج علينا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ونحن في الصفة فقال أيكم يحب أن يغدو أيكم يحب أن يغدو كل إلى بطحان أو إلى العتيق فيأتي منه بناقتين كوماوين في غير إثم ولا قطيعة رحم. فقلنا يا رسول الله كلنا نحب ذلك. قال أفلا يغدو أحدكم إلى المسجد فيتعلم أو فيقرأ آيتين من كتاب الله عز وجل خير من ناقتين وثلاث وأربع ومن أعدادهن من الإبل. رواه Imam Muslim. This hadith, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam explain, one day Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to the Sufa. Now the Sufa is right in the masjid. It's a platform behind the qabr of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And on this place or this platform, the poor of the poor Sahabas, they used to sit there. That was their place, for they was occupied all the time in ibadat. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam once went to them and asked them, who of you would like to have 2 camels or 3 camels of the best of its kind? They said, Ya Rasulullah, we all would love to have that, because at least now they have something of material. And that is human nature. A person can be pious to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but indeed that person or that people also need to eat, to drink, to live. And the situation like this, the Sahaba was in the similar situation. So they said, Ya Rasulullah, we also would love to have 2 or 3 of that type of camels. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam enlightened them and informed them about what is even better than that valuable camels. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told them and said, if any one of you goes in the morning to a masjid or a madrasa where you can go learn 1 ayah, 2 ayahs, 3 ayahs of the Quran, learn to read, learn to understand, put it in practice, for that is much more valuable than this camels that we think is of value. Because the camel is material value and the Quran is spiritual value. The value of the Quran will remain for us as a benefit in the dunya as well as in the year after. The worldly value will remain only in this dunya, in this world, and not even in the akhirah. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam then told them that if so, you go out to learn the Quran, always try to behave to the best of behavior. في غير إثم ولا قطيعة رحم. Always be good to your family, to your brothers, to your sisters, to the entire ummah. Don't try to cut ties with any one of your family or friends or neighbors. Always be good to people, for that indeed is the true learning of the Quran. So we can understand that the Quran has its own benefit, physical and spiritual. But the spiritual benefits of the Quran is even more, because that will go with us dunya and akhirah. And when we have the spiritual benefits of the Quran, then that Quran indeed will be our guide on this dunya to goodness. It will also prevent us of wrongdoings. And then in the year after, inshallah, indeed it will guide us to the Jannah. It is also narrated by Abi Sa'id al-Khudri radiallahu anhu, the one Sahabi by the name of Usaid ibn Hudayr radiallahu anhu. He was sitting at his date farm. It was night time, and then he was reciting the Quran. And as he was recited, the horse that was next to him, close by to him, started jumping and jumping and jumping, and he continued reading and reading, and then he stopped. As he stopped, the horse also stopped. Then he started reading again, and the horse again was jumping and moving from one part to another. Usaid, he then thought, let me rather take a pause of the recitation of the Quran. He took a pause, and then afterward he started again, because he now feared that the horse might harm his son, because the son was close to him. The next morning for Fajr, Usaid ibn Hudayr, he went to the masjid to perform Salatul Fajr. He informed the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam as to what happened last night. And Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, Ya Usaid, you should have read the whole Quran, the entire Quran, for verily that was angels that you were surrounded with, and the cloud that you saw with that lights in the cloud, that was all the angels making tasbih to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while you were reciting the Quran. So we can understand here, Jamaatul Muslimin, that the Quran is so great that when we recite the Quran, we are being surrounded with the angels while the angels is making tasbih to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the tawfiq and the hidayah, inshallah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Salatullah, salamullah, ala taha rasulillah. Salatullah, salamullah, ala yasin habibillah, ala yasin habibillah.